Hi, my name is Keeyara again, and welcome to my sketchbook tour 2024. I know it's been a while. It's been practically 2 years, but I only got around to finishing it now. I used the Strathmore mixed media sketchbook in the size 5.5 by 8, and it's a hardbound cover, as compared to my other sketchbook, which is a softbound cover. It's like significantly bigger, but I kind of do prefer this size of sketchbook more because I can fit more paintings and drawings in one page, whereas in this one I can only fit like one portrait per page. This sketchbook can accommodate mixed media such as oil pastels, watercolor, acrylic, oil, markers, all that stuff. So I did a lot more experimenting on this sketchbook. So this one has a lot of stickers in the front. This is a Conan Gray Spotify song, I believe. This is from Studio Don Don, a mirror. On the other side, we have stickers from Pomelo Paints, I believe, Black Bow, Olivia Rodrigo's vinyl, my COVID-19 vaccine, and all that stuff. Without further ado, I'll actually show you guys what's inside. Also, stay tuned for a special announcement at the end of this video. So this is the first page. Oh wait, no, this is the first page. Used oil pastels, and it says, "This is Keeyara Gan sketchbook. If lost, return to Keeyara Gan art on Instagram." So that's just the first page. This is the next page. This is a painting that I made on the way to LA during 2021? 2022? I'm not sure. There's no date. Why didn't I put a date? I love the colors. You'll see a lot of this bluish green color. It's one of my favorite colors, like teal. I remember I was wearing a face mask and a face shield on the plane, and this was like my portrait on the plane. So I think moving forward with all my like new sketchbooks, I want to make the first page like where I am in this certain point of time. So like my next sketchbook's gonna be me at 22. This page is very recent. So it's the Percy Jackson kids from the TV show. There's Walker, Leah, and Arian, and they have like 0.5 selfies, and I just wanted to sketch it and I thought it was really cute. And then here, I'm not really sure what's going on. I just remember drawing this in the New York subway. There was a girl in front of me reading like a musical sheet. The only materials I had were ballpoint pens and highlighters, so I'm not particularly proud about this one. Like if I could rip it off, I would, but I'm like, I keep it there for the memes, you know? And also it's a sketchbook, so like whatever goes, anything goes. These two are from my time in LA as well. I remember painting this when I was overwhelmed with school. And then this is the other painting, which is like the skeleton body. This was around October, so it's fitting, I guess. And I remember my friend told me that they noticed a pattern whenever I'm stressed. If I'm stressed, I either paint body parts, eyes, or flowers. And that's exactly what the next one is. A painting of flowers from Orange County. And then this one is a painting of Van Gogh? Whatever you'd like to pronounce it as. And I saw this quote and it said, "The only time I feel alive is painting, is when I'm painting." And I was like, so true, bestie, me too. This is the next one. From here, the paintings kind of go a little bit darker, which isn't usually my style, you know? Like I usually paint lighter tones, more colorful tones like this. But this was a time, I guess I just moved into my new room and I was listening to the audiobook for Animal Farm by George Orwell and The Raven Boys by Maggie Schaefer. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. It was kind of like the themes are a little bit darker. Whatever I'm like currently consuming is just reflected in my sketchbook. I consume media to create more media. Wow. Moving on. See, these next ones kind of follow a similar theme. I wanted to practice line art because I hadn't had like the chance or opportunity to do that, and I find it really tedious. That's why I like paint, because it's like more immediate, but I wanted to challenge myself since it's a mixed media sketchbook, so I tried this one. It's like 4 witches gathered around a fire. I'm not really that great with line art, and I hope to get better at it, so I'm trying to dedicate more time to that this year. And this one is Hades from Lore Olympus, because I was reading the comic during that time, so I was like, this would be fun to paint. And then afterward, this is when I started experimenting with oil pastels. I've never drawn like a candlelight fire before, and this page was already painted black, so I wanted to try to capture fire or something like that. But this is my first time using oil pastels in such a long time. And this one, I don't really know how to feel, but this was during my Wednesday phase. So like I was reading Edgar Allan Poe poetry. As you can probably tell from like the themes here, I was going through like a low-key classical emo phase. This is so old. Like I'm just like looking at these for the first time again. And this is when I was like rewatching Euphoria, I think. So there's Maddie, there's supposedly Rue, and then Cassie. This next one, I think it was during the time Harry Styles released As It Was, and I was like looking to paint POCs. Admittedly, when I was younger, I could only like paint white skin tones. I think it's really good to like immerse yourself in different kinds of faces. So this one is just a pretty girl that I found on Pinterest. And this one is the Purple Palace from YouTube. She's one of my favorite artists. She's one of the people who inspired me to get into art. And I just painted her. And fun fact, she reposted it, but I was on like my social media break that week, and so I didn't see her repost it. So yeah. Anyway, we're going back to the colorful paintings from here, and just like practicing with oil pastels really helped me like overcome it than actually hating it, because I remember I used to hate oil pastels when I was younger, when I had to do art projects, and now it's just like adult crayons. I have this Fjallraven Cancan that my mom gave me, and I brought it around Europe. It says here 2022 September 12, 2:48 a.m. on the plane to Barcelona. These are sketches from my time in March 2021 quarantine. Next, we have this that I painted on the train on the way to Switzerland. Wow. Behind every painting though, like I explained to you guys like, where did I paint this? Like none of y'all care, but I just like recounting where I painted certain paintings, and as you can see, I do love pomegranates. This one's more recent, when I had my like Avatar rewatch last month. This next one is my Bridgerton spread. I have no idea what's wrong with it. There's something wrong with this man's painting. Not him, the painting. But this is a painting of Kate and Anthony. I personally love this one. This one, not so much for some reason. These are commissions that were commissioned to me by a subscriber from Hawaii, and she's half Filipino. She has like a poetry book where she writes about her experiences being African American and Filipino, and she asked me to make like certain drawings for her poetry book, just like little poetry drawings, you know, like the Rupi Kaur drawing. This one is traditional Filipino drawing, which is kind of fun because it's kind of like my first time drawing something like this. This next one is also for her poetry book. This is kind of like when you see time is running out. This one I made a long time ago when I was listening to Matilda, and I just painted the whole afternoon. This next one, you guys have probably seen on my Instagram. It's quite recent. I was rereading the Percy Jackson series. This is Rachel Elizabeth there, which is inspired by my old painting of her, because when I was younger I would make fan art of Percy Jackson, and that's kind of like how I started my whole like art journey. So this is what it looked like before, and this is what it looked like now. This side of the sketchbook are the books that I read during that year. So we have 1984, we have The Secret History, which honestly is overhyped. I only like the first half. The second half got me bored. I DNF'd it. And then Heartstopper, my favorite, which is like my whole personality for the last year. The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I'm Glad My Mom Died, which is such a great book. You guys should read it. And then this next page is kind of just funny. It was like, you know those like challenges on TikTok where it's like every 5 minutes you exchange your notebook, but the only materials me and my friends had were like ball pens and pencils, so it didn't really turn out that great, but I just keep it here for the memes. And the next page, this is just me in the spur of the moment needing to draw something, anything. There's a filter on TikTok which transforms you into like AI impressionist art. I wanted to see how long it would take for me to make this, and it took me like 4 hours compared to like the 15 seconds that TikTok took, but I still like it. I'm really proud of it. I think it's so cute. This is for my Havaianas campaign back in 2021. I made like painted slippers. This one's more random. This was like my phase watching Miraculous Ladybug every day alongside Heartstopper, which kind of like was not a good combo because I felt so lonely. I love these characters. They're my favorite characters. And then I have this gouache painting of tulips during the spring. This one is fairly recent. I had my Cora rewatch just a few days ago, Waterbenders. So this is my Cora painting, super recent. I just made this like 2 days ago. This is my Percy painting, which back then I really loved, but now I'm like, I could do better, which is like progress, right? This next one is where like I start my portraits, like a lot of portraits. This is Phoebe from Friends, and then Monica, and then Rachel, because I would watch Friends like every day during university while eating dinner. So Next one, this is like a draw this in your own style challenge of food. And this is during my summer I turned pretty era. This is Jeremiah. I didn't like this one, so I just covered it with a sticker. And I didn't like this one either, so I just put an X on his eye. This is Marker, I believe. Next, we have one of my favorite albums of all time. We have Troye Sivan's Something to Give Each Other. And I love the album cover because I remember watching his interview and he was like, I don't like my smile. And I'm like, wait, but it's so cute. And I love the cover. This one was just like a random spur of the moment. One night, I was just like, let's just paint Troye Sivan because it's kind of like a tradition. In my old sketchbook, I also have a Troye Sivan painting. This one is Belly from The Summer I Turned Pretty. I was debating if I should make the background more interesting, but I was like, let's just keep it like this for now. And then this this was during my Heartstopper era. I remember like Vogue, British Vogue or something had an event, and then like they showed up in these outfits and I was like, oh my god, I need to draw it. Like I physically cannot not draw this. And so the moment after that, I just like went to drawing, and I think like that's the best feeling ever. When you're so inspired, you're just like, I can't not pick up my sketchbook and draw this. And so that's what this was. This is like a compilation of my classes in my last semester of university, and these were like my classrooms. And it says in the middle, may class ka pa ba mamaya? Wow, I sounded so konyo there. Wait! May class ka pa ba mamaya? When you ask, like, do you have classes later? That's what your classmates usually ask you. And so these are just like my 4 classes, and I just wanted to paint something to remember my university by. This one is fairly recent, the newest music video Obsessed by Olivia Rodrigo. This is one of my favorite spreads because of the color and like the girliness of it. I just love it all. Teenage Dream is one of my favorite songs, also Lacy. And this one came to me as an idea during my philosophy class one day because I was so bored. And I was like, I want to paint a human heart. This next one is a little more dark. It's the one with the Luke betrayal scene. I don't know where the paper here went, but it is somewhere. And this one is from Heartstopper Season 2 when Nick and Charlie are like crying in the end scene. And I don't know how to use charcoal, so this is like my first attempt with charcoal, but I'm trying my best. I think it's cute for a first attempt, and I love this scene so much. And it reminds me of The Fallen Angel. This is my last day of school. We brought out pastels and we just started drawing in a cafe, and then after that we went out to drink. See, that's the duality of women. You can make cutesy things and then go out to drink at night. This one is my Halloween costume. So this is like a mix of gouache and oil pastels. This is my fig tree drawing. It's one of my favorites. I think moving forward, I want to do more like studies like this. So this is the Fig Tree by Sylvia Plath, and it's one of my favorite like excerpts from a book, and it talks about the difficulty of making choices when you want so much. This is Fig 1, Fig 2. You know, it's like a pun, like figure 1, figure 2, but it's actually a fig as well. So this is also one of my favorite spreads. This is lychee during New Year's party, I believe. And it says there's only so much wine that you can drink in one life, which is from Phoebe Bridgers. This is one of my fairly recent paintings. This is when the new Percy Jackson show came out. I painted Annabeth and Percy. I'm such a bug eye, big eyes painter. My painting needs to have bug eyes, and I think it's so cute. It makes them cartoonish. I think it looks so cute, and these colors make me so happy. Like, these colors make me so happy. Green and pink. My last, please don't judge me for my last one, my last page. This one I made fairly recent when I went to Vietnam, and then I asked my sister to take 0.5 pictures of me, and so this is where I am at right now. So as I've said, like, my first one is gonna be me when I started, and my last one's gonna be me when it ends. This isn't even like a mixed media paper, so the paint doesn't cling well to this one. And I was just like, okay, what's now? I got red chucks. I love 0.5. I was watching Avatar at that time. It's really just random things. And that's the end of my sketchbook tour, actually. But I did paint some other things during the same time period, so I just wanted to show you guys. One of them is this pomegranate, like, small painting. It's so tiny, actually, and I'm making them into prints. So I'm gonna show you guys my prints, which I am gonna like do a giveaway soon also. I also have my iconic tiger lilies. I have the Hogwarts one, which is kind of one of my favorite. As I mentioned before, it kind of reminds me of a storybook painting. And then this one is the Gringotts dragon. They're not glossy and they're textured, and these are 5x7 prints, so you can actually own like my art and put it on your walls, just like how I put my stuff on my walls. This is actually such a big painting, so I tried to make it into a small postcard. This is the Rapunzel painting. Then maybe in the future I want to make posters of this. So these are my Percy Jackson prints. I have this one. I'm gonna gold paint them one by one, and I only have 20 right now, so if there's like more people who want to buy it, I will restock on that. And Leah, Annabeth from Percy Jackson, actually wanted to buy the original of this. So yeah, you can own it too. And then this is the other one. I only printed a few of these too, which is the betrayal scene from Percy Jackson. I'm gonna be picking 3 people to win all the prints, one of everything. That's gonna be like, I think 7 prints in total for 3 people. So I'll be posting the giveaway mechanics in the description box if you guys want to see that. And also, if you guys would like to check out my prints, I'm gonna be leaving my store in the description box as well. So I'm really excited. I'm actually so excited to sell. I'm kind of nervous as well, but I hope you guys like it. That was my sketchbook tour. I'm so excited to start my next sketchbook. It's still gonna be a Strathmore mixed media. If you guys liked this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz if you want to. Also, don't forget to enter the giveaway below. And I can't wait to bring back the art videos. I love you guys so much. Bye-bye!